Good evening, friends, and welcome to yet another exciting session of Candid Meena. And in today's session, we'll be talking about the fact that Rahul Gandhi has decided to take on the Election Commission yet again on another, very another issue, as well as the fact that there has been reports that Modi ji has ignored Trump's telephone calls. So this and much more we'll be discussing in this podcast. And welcome, Sunita. Welcome each and everyone who's tuning in live as well as watching this in your free time. So, coming to what is very amusing is Rahul Gandhi has cited a media report which claimed that some anonymous parties in Gujarat received donations of 4,300 crores between 2019 to 2020 and 2023 to 2024 and asked whether the Election Commission of India will investigate this or ask for an affidavit. There was no immediate reaction from the Election Commission of India. And so this is what he shared on his X handle. And so he claimed that 10 anonymously registered political parties received 4,300 crores in donations from these time periods. And during this period, across three elections, 2019 and 2024 Lok Sabha polls and 2022 Assembly polls, these parties fielded only 43 candidates who together secured 54,069 votes, according to the report. The election report shows expenses of just 39.02 lakh rupees, while audit reports recorded 3,500 crores in spending. So, Mr. Gandhi said there are some anonymous parties in Gujarat whose names no one has heard of, and they received donations worth 4,300 crores. So, my question is, why is he raking it up at this point of time? So, it is quite obvious that the Bihar election is just around the corner, and he wants to, obviously malign the image of NDA and BJP, and also the theatrics which he's showing along with Tejasvi Yadav, and you can see the bike that he's going, and it's all hilarious indeed, and he's trying his best to somehow confuse the voters of India and Bihar in particular at this point of time to vote for the opposition parties. So welcome Shweta ji, welcome Om Shanti. And so this is how you see, the deep state, the American deep state, and Donald Trump, and the whole of Western forces. They are trying their best to somehow put their money on opposition parties in India, and somehow or the other remove Modi ji and BJP from power. So this is how they think that if Sheikh Hasina can be removed from Bangladesh, the same thing can happen in India. So this is how the West wants to see a very weak India, and they don't like to see a rising India. They don't like to see the Indian economy rising forth. They don't like to see India becoming self-reliant. They don't like to see India, the Indian, weapons and the Indian, army becoming stronger. Also, Operation Sindoor was, the fact that India remained untouched despite the Chinese planes which Pakistan used, and so many Pakistan tried their best to damage India, but none of the planes or drones had any effect. So this is a huge message to not only Pakistan but also to the other countries in the world that India is not a country to be messed with. And so this is what is disturbing a lot of countries, especially the US and China. So coming to the next piece of news, friends. And what is quite interesting is that Amit Shah has accused the Congress of double standards, saying the party now supports RJD Supremo Lalu Prasad Yadav in Bihar despite previously opposing similar cases. And he referred to the 2013 ordinance by Manmohan Singh led UPA government, which sought to provide relief to MPs and MLAs who had been disqualified of or convicted of a crime. Amit Shah said Rahul Gandhi publicly called the ordinance nonsense and even tore it up during a press conference. The decision made by the Prime Minister was mocked, and the PM became a sorry figure in front of the world. But now the same Rahul Gandhi to form a government in Bihar is hugging Lalu Yadav, who had been convicted. Isn't this double standard? So Amit Shah knows how to play his words, and he is, obviously cornered Rahul Gandhi in this point. And it is quite obvious that the Congress party is, especially with Rahul Gandhi, is making so many mistakes that, Rahul Gandhi, that many of the senior leaders in the Congress party is, beginning to, question him and also mock him indirectly. We saw, that with the case of Rahul, with the case of Shashi Tharoor, also with DK Shivkumar, and many of the key, Congress leaders. So now, coming to the next piece of news, friends, and this is what is happening, and it is very interesting indeed that Modi refused to take four calls from Donald Trump in recent weeks against the backdrop of tariff row. This is according to a German newspaper, Frankfurter Allgemeine Zeitung, has reported, citing sources. So this is according to a German newspaper that Modi ji refused to take four calls from US President Donald Trump. The report suggested that this was a result of the depth of Modi's anger, but also his caution. A Japanese newspaper, Nikkei Asia, has similar claims, saying Prime Minister Modi was avoiding Trump's calls, heightening Trump's frustration. So ties between Delhi and Washington have been tense after Donald Trump doubled the tariffs on Indian goods to do a staggering 50%, the highest for any country other than Brazil. This includes a 25% additional duty for India's purchase of Russian crude oil. India has asserted that it is prepared to stand firm against US pressure, with Modi vowing he would never compromise the interest of the country's farmers. And the German publication has reported that US-India trade clash illustrates that New Delhi will not bow to Washington's pressure. So this is quite interesting that this German newspaper and the Japanese paper, has, reported that Modi ji, at least claimed that Modi ji did not answer the calls of the US President Donald Trump. And so Shweta says, poor Trump left blowing his trumpet. So you have Donald Trump trying to pressurize India into not buying Russian crude oil, right? And they want India to somehow, the relation between Putin and Modi ji to somehow get spoiled, and somehow US wants India to buy their arms, especially their planes and everything, and that is not happening. And also Donald Trump does not like to see strong India, right? A rising India where the economy is doing quite well as compared to the US economy. Also, the fact that the BRICS countries, they Rajnath Singh said that the trade can be done in Indian rupees. So Donald Trump also does not want the US dollar to slide. So all these factors, it's quite apparent that Donald Trump is against India becoming very, very strong. Also, if reports are to be correct, that he has also discouraged American tech companies like Microsoft and Google to stop hiring Indian people, and give the opportunities to local Americans there. So this is what is happening with regards to the whole America India relationship. So it is quite interesting times, and it is very, very, you know, especially with the fact that Putin, recently was seen in the US, and how Donald Trump and Russia, and so Donald Trump is trying to look for the peace prize, because he said that he was the one responsible for a ceasefire between India and Pakistan, and he's looking to do a similar ceasefire between Russia and Ukraine, as well as Israel and Palestine. So it is quite clear that Trump is living in some imaginary world of his, and he thinks that he can just convince other countries to listen to him by so he thinks that by playing the trade war game, by levying tariffs on countries, that he can get them to listen to his so-called policies. So that is how Trump is obviously playing his game, and it is quite apparent that he thinks more like a businessman than a politician, right? So it is it has become so obvious at this point of time. So friends, if you do like our content, make sure to smash the like button, and share this video with your friends and family. Also, friends, if in case you missed the wonderful session with Rajgopalanji yesterday, make sure to watch that. It has a lot of inside stories as to what is really happening in Indian politics, and what is going to happen. So it is a very, very interesting podcast as well. So coming to the next piece of news, and this is speaking about Bollywood, and it is quite funny that BJP IT chief Amit Malviya has mocked the Trinamool Congress MLA Jiban Krishna Saha, his dramatic attempt to evade the enforcement directorate, calling it a clownish Bollywood style escape, and called the entire episode as a flop scene directed by Mamta Banerjee. And this is what Amit Malviya wrote. So apparently, the ED is hounding this MLA of Trinamool Congress, and it is quite apparent that Mamta Banerjee is quite disturbed by this. So yeah, so Trumo's blaring sound. There's no music to Modi's ears, says Shweta. So coming to the next piece of news, friends, and it is with regards to Bollywood, and it's after a very long time that Karan Johar has taken a very strong stand against a section of podcasters. He believes that these shows thrive on controversy and allow guests to make offensive comments about people in the film industry. In his note, the director also expressed disappointment with astrologers and psychics who sensationalize their appearances by making disturbing predictions about celebrities. So Karan Johar took to Instagram stories to call out what he described as a problematic subculture in the podcast space. Without taking names, he accused certain platforms of deliberately inviting irrelevant guests in order to attract attention through their controversial statements. He wrote, "While I have utmost respect for credible and respectable members of the media, one subculture of podcasters who have emerged from the woodworks that no GPS can locate, they invite guests who have nothing to lose, who haven't been invited since World War II. And those guests spew venom and say the most disrespectful things about hardworking and legendary members of our fraternity." So Karan Johar's slam shows that the features astrologers and psychics making frightening predictions about actors. He remarked, "It needs to stop." Also, psychics and astrologers give awful and scary revelations, even about people's impending death. It is both insensitive and disgusting. Free speech, yes. Clickbait for followers, no. So, Karan Johar seems to, be very nervous and tense ever since, the Bollywood films have flopped left and right after Sushant Singh Rajput's, death. and people have obviously stopped watching Bollywood films, and people have are watching better content films, whether it is South Indian films or anything else. But now, friends, that a film like War 2, in which Hrithik Roshan and Junior India they acted, it was supposed to cross 1,000 crores, and it has hardly covered the total cost of the making the whole film. So what is it implying, friends, is that Bollywood is trying its best to use many strategies by taking in actors of South Indian film industry, and but this is also not working, right? The people are outright rejecting their films. So you have the likes of Karan Johar giving interviews to uh, certain YouTubers, to certain media outlets, and Karan Johar is quite visibly upset that certain podcasters are inviting people or experts who have spoken the truth about certain facets of Bollywood people, right? And now, uh, for example, I'm not talking about the astrologers, but certain people who have exposed Bollywood. And so Karan Johar does not like the power of social media, because that is what broke the back of the Bollywood cabal. So that is why he had to take a huge investment in his company Dharma Productions, right? So you can see how things are moving, and even the likes of Karan Johar is sort of getting nervous. He does not know what to do. He's giving interviews. His films are not making money, nor is it getting any attention. He tried his best to make some reality TV shows on Amazon Prime and Netflix and many other OTT platforms with his own show, Coffee with Karan. And also he had this reality show called The Traitors or something like that. And he's not getting the eyeballs or for his shows. So people are just not watching his stuff, and he does not know what to do, right? Because he's used to all these so-called mainstream media outlets hyping his films and somehow getting people to watch his films. So, hi Milburn. Lots happening behind the scenes. Trump is fighting the cabal alone to save us all. It's next to impossible task because they have built a massive army. Trump needs countries to work with him, but it looks like Trump does not want to work with countries, especially India. He wants Trump is looking to with a vision to make America great again. That is what his campaign was all about. But it looks like even that is also not what his intentions are. Initially, he went very hard against the American deep state, and also, but right now he's not as tenacious, or and he has changed in a lot of policies. Also, with the Epstein list, he does not want to the Epstein list to be made public. So all these are highly questionable. Before the election, he said all these. He said a lot of things, but right now he is going back on his word. They are fighting to make war to a success. It is already a flop, Shweta ji. Papu is a shame for India. So these are some of the news for today, friends, and we will see you tomorrow once again. Until then, make sure to hit the like button and share this video with your friends. Until then, Jai Hind and Jai Shri Ram.